How's it going, everyone? Want to go over a story that has really set the PlayStation community and honestly the gaming community in a frenzy, given that digital purchases is something that more and more people are going towards. However, there has been quite a bit of pushback recently with stuff like Alan Wake 2 being a digital-only release, and now want to talk about this story as far as Discovery titles being pulled, and that is Discovery titles that you've purchased as well. Now, this is primarily content that I don't think is going to be affecting a lot of people, but the people that it does affect, it obviously absolutely sucks, and on top of that, it is definitely a point of consideration for the future as far as buying your content digitally, so we'll go over that. On top of that, we have some pretty solid PS4 and PS5 game deals to go over. You guys know it's the holiday season, and there's a ton of good stuff available right now. First of all, as noted in a legal update notice over on the PlayStation website, Discovery entitlements affected titles as of December 31st, 2023, so a quick turnaround for this as well. Due to our content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previously purchased Discovery content. That is the imperative thing to look at. Previously purchased content. If you guys know, there have been times where licensing agreements have expired with games such as Deadpool getting pulled, Transformers, those like PlayStation 3 titles getting pulled, and a couple of other games have been pulled. Marvel's Avengers is another one that was super recent that got pulled. However, the difference is those of you that purchased that content, you'd always be able to download it and, enjoy your entertainment media or whatever the case may be. In the case of this change, your previously purchased Discovery content is gone. However, it's just content that will be removed from your video library. However, given that it's stuff being sold on the PlayStation Store, I still feel like this is something that is a really, really bad sign. From what I know, this is more of a Warner Brothers Discovery decision, and yeah, it seems like people don't really like one David Zaslav. I mean, David Zaslav is the new head of the Warner Brothers Discovery merger that happened, and he was also the one that put out that statement when talking about their various upcoming titles, and he wants to monetize games for a further period of time. With these bigwig management guys, they're just looking at how to make the most money possible. So, like, I don't even want to completely crap on him about that statement, which I know a lot of people saw that and were, like, completely through a frenzy. Like, bro, he probably don't give a crap about, you know, Rocksteady and our love for Rocksteady, you know, like, that's what I just assume. So it's just more of a, you know, he's trying to get the biggest returns. But like every time I see people talk about David Zaslav, I swear it's people absolutely bugging out on him. And yeah, I'm not too familiar with the man, but you know, it seems like the opinion on him is very negative. Whatever the deal is, it also seems like people are very negative on the Warner Brothers Discovery merger as a whole. The only thing that like bewildered me is the rebranding of HBO Max to just Max. Like, I feel like HBO had a lot of goodwill and cachet built up to just rebrand it to Max seemed very odd to me. But obviously, this actual statement of this content being pulled from your video library, it is worrying from the standpoint that so many people have moved to doing all of their purchases with digital media. Like, a lot of people have completely foregone buying physical, you know, items, physical media as far as games are concerned. So if this ever goes and extends beyond just video content to games getting pulled and not being able to be downloadable and played, like, it's one thing to pull an Avengers, a Deadpool, I get it, the licensing agreement expires, but the thing is, those games are still fully downloadable for people that bought those games to enjoy. There's always going to be a little bit of hesitancy when it's attached to digital media, in that, you know, ownership obviously can be argued, and, you know, people are obviously going to tie ownership more attached to disc-based media and actually owning your piece of content. But this is definitely a story to keep on the lookout for. Look, at the end of the day, I don't think people are completely throwing a frenzy over not being able to watch A Crime to Remember Season 4. Like, I don't think that's the majority of the worry that's circulating online. It's rather that what can this mean for the entirety of your digital library? And again, for those of you that are, you know, have bought Discovery content in the past, like, there's a lot of stuff here, and I'm sure there's gonna be people that are affected that have bought various seasons of these shows, but hopefully it's not too many. But again, the worry is when you see stuff like this, you see stuff like Alan Wake 2 getting a digital only release, and people are kind of justified in their thinking, being like, hey, hey, I don't want to buy my AAA games that I'm spending a premium on, you know, $50, $60, $70 on these titles, where in some point in the future, they can be pulled. Now, look, if you buy a $70 game today, I am very confident in thinking that it's not going to be pulled within the next 10 years, and, you know, for the majority of titles, I'd like to think nothing like this would ever happen, but it's obviously a worry, and nobody knows where the world is going to shift to, so it's just something to consider as far as that's concerned. But let me know if you're one of the few that's actually affected and you, like, bought seasons of these shows, because I can't imagine it's a lot. Like, I don't even know how many people really buy seasons of shows via the PlayStation Store, but there's obviously, if they're selling it, there's obviously people buying it, but there you go with that. Moving on from that, given that this is a video based on people being worried about digital media, let's go over some physical deals. Over at Best Buy, Tiny Tina Wonderland's Next Level Edition is $15. I was pretty down on this game, but if you like the Borderlands style of gameplay, if you want a different kind of setting, a fantastical setting to it, like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is alright. I wasn't crazy about the board game gimmick attached to it as well, but for $15, not a bad deal. Yakuza Like a Dragon, $9.99. I mean, we are coming up on the release of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. You know, if you're excited for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I'd have to imagine you have some sort of familiarity with RGG titles, but you can play Like a Dragon without playing the other Yakuza games. I know that's like blasphemy to say that. Alright guys, put down the pitchforks. It's a different style of game, alright? I don't think it'll be the end of the world, but obviously Infinite Wealth is a game I would recommend you to play. Zero, Kiwami, Kiwami 2, all that good stuff, but $9.99 for that is great. Dead Space Remake, $35. It's an okay deal at this point. Like, maybe wait for it to get a little bit cheaper, given that it is going down and down in price. Also available through EA Access, so something to consider there. And then also, you guys know I gotta be a shill for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, one of my favorite games of the year. I think the game is absolutely phenomenal. I completed it twice, like back-to-back immediate playthroughs, and enjoyed it both times through. I will certainly be playing it a third time. Probably will give it a little bit of a break. I'll probably wait until a third Jedi game ultimately gets close to being released, and you know, then do a playthrough of Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor back to back. But yeah, love Jedi Survivor. Just really enjoyed it. Gameplay, content, I get it that there were some issues here and there, especially from a performance standpoint. They did update that mode, but still has some issues. But yeah, Jedi Survivor was great. I think for $35, it's well worth the pickup, but definitely go play Jedi Fallen Order as well, which is a good game, even though it has one of the most atrocious map designs of all time, but, you know, it's still a pretty damn good game, and I would certainly recommend it. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a lot of talk about this discovery issue with the PlayStation Store, a lot of content being pulled, and this is a worrying element. Now, I don't think it's going to be something that impacts a lot of people in the immediate future. You know, as far as discovery content, if you were one of the people that bought these seasons of these shows, yeah, you're kind of SOL there. But in terms of actual big titles getting pulled and then not being able to be downloaded, with games, it does seem like, for the most part, you'll always be able to download them, play them. You know, at least that's been the story thus far with any purchased content like Marvel's Avengers, Deadpool, and stuff like that. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Dead Space, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Good deals on all of those, and guess what? Physical deals as well, if you guys are looking to be moving back to physical gaming content. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.